Games about mutants, in which you are expected to meet with unimaginable monsters, with destructive abilities and horrifying appearance. All this is the result of the influence of various transforming influences: radiation, scientific experiments, magic, and so on. Also here you can find games in which the main character himself is a mutant with supernatural abilities. In Mutant Year Zero, Road to Eden, the mutants have an anthropomorphic appearance. They were once human, but under the influence of radiation they have acquired animal features, and with them new abilities. These beastmen are members of a squad controlled by the player, available as squad members in Mutant Year Zero. Road to Eden are Bormin the boar, Dax the duck, Pharaoh the fox, and Selma the horned girl. Mutants are also present among the enemies, such as ghouls with ugly, repulsive appearance. Prototype, a great action game with a mutant protagonist with superhero-level abilities. In fact, Prototype game, as well as its sequel from 2012, should appeal not only to those who are interested in mutants, but also to those who are excited about superheroes, because these two fantastic offshoots are successfully intertwined with each other here. Here, you can tear your enemies to shreds, make incredible jumps, and run on walls, throw cars, and even devour your enemies.
Mayday! Mayday! We're getting torn up good! Grab hold of something!
Biomutant, role-playing action game with a colorful open world. The game character is a funny beast, which is actually a mutant with a set of deadly skills that can be changed and combined with each other in every possible way. Mutations in Biomutant represent a variety of active and passive short-range and long-range abilities, many of which are inspired by kung fu moves. In addition to punching and jumping, the mutant can use various bladed and firearms, telekinesis, riding, and many other mesmerizing and unexpected actions. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge, a game that brings its users back to the heyday of the beat-em-up genre. The main characters in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are the four cheerful mutant turtles who master the ninjutsu technique and fight all kinds of dangerous enemies trying to harm the inhabitants of New York. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a beautiful and atmospheric pixelated environment which reminds associations with classic games of 90th years of the last century, the opportunity to play as one of the four Ninja Turtles and other characters, support for co-op, dozens of types of enemies from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise, and excellent music and soundtrack. The protagonist of the role-playing action. Witcher 3 is a witch named Geralt who hunts monsters. An ordinary person, even well-trained and equipped, such a job cannot do, so it is engaged exclusively caste witches, all members of which undergo a special procedure of mutation, as well as the subsequent many years and extremely grueling training. In addition to superhuman physical abilities, witches have certain magical skills, have a deep knowledge of alchemy and medicine,
Geralt,
are able to remove spoils and
my
curses.
story. Let me finish telling it.
Nuclear Throne, a pixel action and roguelike with a nuclear post-apocalypse theme. It also has the characteristic features of a top-down shooter, namely the abundance of shootouts with the use of all kinds of weapons and constant movement around the locations in order to evade enemy attacks. Nuclear Throne has one important difference from other post-apocalypse games. The main character is not a brave survivor, trying on the role of the last hope of mankind, but a radioactive mutant. Traveling through the wasteland, he is exposed to radiation, due to which he acquires new mutations that help him in survival and battles. BioShock II, a shooter about the underwater city of Delight filled with insane and aggressive mutants. The protagonist in BioShock II is also a mutant named Delta. He is Big Daddy, a genetically modified human whose fragile biological shell has been moved inside heavy deep-sea spacesuits equipped with all sorts of weapons. Among them a drill, a nail gun, a rocket launcher, a laser, and so on. Fallout 4, a popular post-apocalyptic game belonging to the genre of three-dimensional first- and third-person shooter and role-playing action. It has a huge open world, representing a part of the US territory after a global nuclear war.
How do I get there?
The territory is contaminated with radiation and all sorts of toxins, and also on it you can meet various mutated creatures, including human-like creatures.
The Institute finds you.
Let's go, boy.
Stalker, an epochal series of games that gave birth to an entire universe that includes a wide variety of works. As of 2022, there are 3 completed games with many different additions from the fan community, and a full sequel called Stalker is in development. All parts of the series are based on adventures in the mysterious zone, full of deadly anomalies and creepy mutants.
Open the door!
I've got nowhere to go back to, Herman.
Metro Exodus, a shooter with a great story that immerses players in a post-apocalyptic journey. It has a lot of memorable characters, interesting challenges, colorful locations, and much more. There is a good choice of modular weapons, the ability to pass certain episodes in different non-linear ways, including quietly, using the well-realized stealth system of Metro Exodus. Enemies also delight with their variety. Especially memorable are the mutated creatures like the huge kingfish. Dead Space, a space horror game for 2022 featuring 3 games with expansions. Dead Space games balance between third-person shooter and survival, and their action unfolds on space stations and ships, where the protagonist is opposed by horrible necromorphs, former human beings, mutated by radiation from mysterious alien monoliths. The first part of the series is considered to be the most successful because it had a perfect balance between battles, exploring the gloomy compartments of the ship, solving puzzles and other game aspects. The developers used many interesting solutions in gameplay, such as magnetic shoes, which allow you to walk on any metal surfaces.
There's still a way out for us. But we don't have much time.
Rad, an action platformer adventure game in the spirit of top sci-fi games of the 90s, like Commander Keen and Jazz Jackrabbit. It will also be interesting for fans of more modern three-dimensional action games and fans of the roguelite genre. The events take place in a fictional world, which managed to survive not one, but several apocalypses. After the second end of the world, most of the territory became a radioactive wasteland with all sorts of mutants that inhabited the surface and dungeons. The hero is a brave teenager who decided to take up the cleanup of the kingdom of monsters. But during the journey, he is affected by various mutagens that change his appearance and give him unexpected fighting abilities.
The year is 2035.
The action of this game takes place in the space future, aboard the huge space station Talos 1.
It's a nightmare.
The hero comes to his senses after the failed alien experiments, which took over almost the entire station and killed most of the staff.
And know
Now he
this,
faces a confrontation
there's more
with
at stake
brutal
than just
alien
Talos
creatures,
1.
in which he can use a wide
what
arsenal of
happened here,
various
if even
means,
one
including
breaks
superpowers,
containment,
which he can adopt from
we're
his
all
opponents
lost.
through a special cunning device.
To make this right, someone has to die.
If your favorite game is not included in this list, write in the comments. Thank you for watching. Please read the description for more details. If you enjoyed the video, please support the channel with a super thanks, thumb up, subscribe, and turn on notifications to watch more.